day is finally here. We are officially leaving Australia.
Yay, Hudson, high five. Woo! Yeah. We're another one.
Woo! We have talked about this for a long time. I know it's been, years in the making. But yes, the day is finally, it literally has been. In saying that though, we did need to go through all of that. I think, we better understand the boat now. There's not much that we haven't sort of upgraded or fixed or repaired or something. So really we should have a pretty good understanding of what this boat is all about, which is good for me.
Yeah.
I needed to know. I didn't feel confident to begin with because I'd never been sailing. So I needed to go through a lot of this stuff and just take my time with it to actually start to feel confident. And it's the first time in a long time I really genuinely feel confident in my capabilities, your capabilities, the boat's capabilities. I'm excited. Yeah. So check out here at 1 o'clock, which is in a couple of hours' time. And then, Indo, here we come. Yeah. Can't wait. Thank you so much for everyone who's been following our journey up to this point, and we are sorry it took us so long. Hopefully we'll be able to take you to Indo and show you some places that maybe you have not seen before. I know Indo's a really popular spot for Australians to travel to, but it is usually the mainstream tourist locations, which we will have to go through. But the idea of this travel for us is to go to those remote islands and the places that really you can only get to via boat and usually private vessel. So stay tuned and hopefully we can show you some new stuff.
Thanks again, guys, for supporting us. And on YouTube, I think we have 36,000
something like that.
followers. So hopefully our content will get a bit more professional. We've outlaid a lot of money on cameras.
We've upgraded all that stuff now. Our biggest issue is time. We're time poor with Hudson, dog and sailing. So videoing is usually an afterthought for us. We are trying to get a little bit better with it. I'm nearly caught up with all the backlog of videos, which means effectively our videos will now be fairly close to live. So as we shoot, I should be effectively putting them out at the end of that week. So it makes it a lot easier to manage the content.
It's all about giving you guys a glimpse into what it's like to live on a boat and move our house to different locations and obviously
with a baby and a dog.
Where other sailors that we meet say we're insane, but
you probably are.
I
have to agree.
Probably a little bit of that, but Jess does an awesome job looking after Hudson. She's 24/7. So, and I'm really sort of boat work. We get very little downtime. So
it has been a bit hard. We're hoping that when we get to Indonesia, there'll be a lot more downtime. I think for us, we've been moving so much, and when you move so much, it's busy, and then you've got to stop, you've got to maintain, repair, do all those things. So even when we do stop for a period of time, Craig's usually, working on something, upgrading, fixing, repairing, whatever, and just general maintenance. So we're hoping that when we get to Indo, we'll be able to get to places, we'll anchor, and we might be able to stay there 1 week, 2 weeks, or however long we really want, and actually, yes, you do the maintenance, you do what you need to do, but we'll still have plenty of downtime to explore. And we've bought a whole bunch of new stuff for the boat too, just to make our time in Indonesia much more enjoyable, especially with Boo Boo, who won't be going to shore, and Hudson and I, sweaty Betty's here, that like to get in the water, and it's very difficult for me to jump off the back of the boat and try to hold Hudson, hold onto the boat and do all that. So we have invested ourselves with a big hammock pool type thing. Anyway, you'll see that in our upcoming videos. We're very excited about it, or should I say I am.
Darwin is very hot. We've been here for probably 2 weeks now, 30 odd degrees. We have in the marina, we have the aircon going, but we're on anchor now at Fanny Bay, and the boat doesn't seem to be tracking to the sun, so we don't have much solar, or we haven't been getting a full amount of solar. So we've been dealing with fans. But
showers on the deck.
It's just stinking hot during
It's just all the time,
So we're happy to get out of here. Sorry, Darwin.
Only because if we could swim, the water behind us is beautiful. You just can't. You're just not keen on swimming with the crocodile situation. So Indo should probably be just as hot, maybe, and humid, but at least we can jump in the water off the boat, which will cool us all down. So
all right.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
As we said, about 18 months old, Boo Boo's starting to lose it. He needs attention. Well, guys, we'll see you in Indonesia.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Enjoy.
Yep. Right, pulling up anchor for the last time. In Australia. Yeah, Jess is actually talking. I can hear us through headsets, but you guys can't hear, obviously. heading into Cullen Bay Wharf, refuel water, and meet Border Force there to do our documentation. Okay, Boo Boo saying goodbye. Good boy, Boo Boo. Yeah, say goodbye to everyone. Good boy. Say bye bye, Hudson. Bye bye. Hudson says bye bye. Preparations continue.
They sure do. They sure do. Just decided to use the mushy bananas and make some banana bread before we head off. And then that way we'll have snacks to eat on the way, hopefully, and use the last of the eggs.
Ooh, midnight snacks for me.
Yeah, exactly. We had pizza last night, so there's leftover pizza in there too.
Oh, God.
I know, you're spoiled.
I'll have a Flybridge
spoiled for choice.
smorgasbord going on.
Yeah, well, we just wanted something easy because tonight will be, well, it'll be an overnight tonight just to get to Cape Town by the looks of it, so...
Yeah.
Which is not much fun.
And the only reason doing that is because these tides are so vicious around here.
Yeah, and the winds are again, you know, you can't get it all matching up.
Yeah, so...
It's annoying.
So that's why I decided to do Border Force at 1. We'll sort of head out probably about 2.
Yep.
Basically tide and wind against us for an hour or 2, and then hopefully we'll get into the tide slipstream, so we'll just keep going.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You can just push us along for a little while.
And then rest on Friday. Sleep Friday night. Rest Thursday. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, we get in early morning Thursday, some random time in the morning, 3 or 4 o'clock or something in the morning, and then have a rest, and then leave Friday. We leave Friday morning, so we'll stay there Thursday night, and then get up early Friday, and then that should have us getting in after lunch on Saturday. So it's exciting.
All things weather gods and sea
Oh,
gods.
of course, everything can change in an instant, but as it does. But let's hope that all indications at the moment are that it's going to be pretty cruisy.
What's the bug selecting this morning? What are you selecting, Hudson?
I downloaded some stuff for her and that as well. Just we should have reception all the way up to Cape Dawn, and then once we leave there on Friday morning, we have got access to it if we want, which is the Priority Starlink, but obviously we're not going to use Priority Starlink for her to watch an iPad. So I've downloaded things on there, so she's got that to watch, and we've sort of been migrating her off the big screen TV, so and using her iPad for everything she wants to do. So
yes, this is remote learning, is it?
Pardon?
Distant education?
Distance education, that's right, homeschooling. Look, most of the stuff, because it's the kids usually.
What are you learning here, Hudson?
Are pretty good. Like, she has learned stuff from that because she does different things, and she knows things. So she sees things on there, and she tells us that she wants to brush her teeth, and she's really good at brushing her teeth. Like, she does all the actions.
Oh, she's a damn expert.
Oh yeah, and when it comes on, she literally wants to do it with it.
Brushes them 10 times a day.
I know, and everything that they do, she wants to do and copy. So, and a lot of it is good stuff. Clapping and playing and singing and washing. Yesterday I wanted her to have a little bath, and she's got that tub out there. So I put the baby body wash stuff in there, and she's in there playing, and then I put the song on, wash your feet, do 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 do. And so she was watching that, and she was scrubbing, gave her a cloth, she's scrubbing her entire body. She literally just gave herself a bath because she was watching that show. So there is some benefit in it, obviously not all day, every day. But
doesn't listen to us, but she does everything the iPad tells her to do.
That's right, so whatever. That's a parent, obviously. Look, it works for us in the South.
No, we're only joking. People, don't get offended. We're only joking here.
Yeah, it's a joke. Yeah, no, she does listen to us. But that has just been helping her with certain, stuff. So,
Yep. Yeah, well, I think we've got a pretty good balance. She spends lots of time playing and doing stuff with us.
With us, so that's a nice change when we need a break or we have other things we have to do.
Yeah.
And usually it's hectic stuff. It's not like normal.
Boo-boo.
It's not
Boo-boo's
like
licking her armpits.
Stuff where, you've just got to go hang the washing out or whatever. That,
we don't use deodorant here. We have Boo-boo to lick our armpits.
Oh my God.
Yeah, give her a big clean up, Boo-boo.
But it's, the stuff usually when we are required is usually quite hectic, and she can't. We have to have her in a safe space and occupied. So not the same as in, normal land life all the time. Some of the things are a little bit more hectic. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
She's just about to dismantle the cupboard, I feel.
Oh, God, I didn't lock it obviously properly.
Alrighty.
Ridiculous.
See, she does prefer to do these kind of things than the iPad sometimes.
Yeah, especially when Mum doesn't lock the cabinet.
Yeah. Okay, keep mixing.
I am. Into the Cullen Bay Marina where we are fueling up. There's the dreaded lock that we dealt with before. And again, we're in here on low tide. Not so bad when you're just pulling into the wharf and there is no one here. But yeah, we'll fill up the water tanks. Waterfall should be here by about 1 and then we should be able to get moving. Kids are all inside. Got a last bit of rubbish. Probably wash out the anchor well as well. Bug's up there watching a show. Boo Boo's got his new life jacket on. He's ready to go. Last time he was here, he jumped off the boat onto the dock, so he's not going outside at all. We have our dry bag full of all of our important documents, which obviously Waterforce are going to want to see today. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what else they want to see, and that is for our wonderful agent at the other end who has been looking after all of our stuff and will continue to look after us when we get there, so it's exciting. Oh yeah, there's the end result of the banana bread. Not that exciting, but it's hot. I don't think I've stopped sweating the whole time I've been here. Hudson and her ball obsession continue. Anyway, we'll see if I can capture some of Waterforce. Waterforce cleared us out. They were on the boat for about an hour. We weren't allowed to take any videos or anything of that, but they were allowed to take a video of Boo Boo. So yeah, they've got some photo and video competition going on, so they wanted a photo with Boo Boo. He seems to be a star everywhere he goes. In all fairness though, they said this was the first time, there was 3 of them, and they said all of them said this is the first time they've cleared a boat out with a dog. Or animal for that matter, and it was also the first time that they cleared a boat out with a child of Hudson's age, so that was interesting. I'm not sure whether that's good, bad or ugly, to be honest, but no, look, that was very good, very friendly and thorough. Yeah, just do the usual things, go through all our paperwork, and then they had a look all through the boat, you know, checking hatches, whatever, just doing their job. So yeah, it was all smooth sailing. We filled up, done all of that, and yeah, we've headed off again. Getting out of Darwin is always something I thought was going to be a bit hairy, so it lived up to that expectation, to be honest. It has been so bumpy. We have been, because of the currents and the wind, we were coming out of Darwin. The currents were supposed to be going this way and we're going that way, but they were coming in first, so coming out was really messy and we had the wind right on our nose. We've started to turn now and the currents are really sort of coming along with us now, so it should start to settle down. I've noticed every afternoon in Darwin too, the winds have really whipped up and whipped up a bit of swell, even in the anchorage at Fanny Bay. So I'm hoping that that's exactly how it's going to play out and it's going to calm down as the evening goes on. It already is, so fingers crossed. Myself, Bug and Boo have been hanging out inside with Hudson. That's okay, don't worry about that. We spilled it, she just spilled some of the drink. We've been having, well not me, but Hudson's been having, you know, the dinner of champions. She had some leftover pizza, oranges, which is good. We froze some oranges, and then she wanted some chips, so she's having some salt and vinegar chips. Yeah, I know, good parenting, isn't it? Anyway, when it's so bumpy, you just grab whatever you can get. I'm yet to eat, but I'll worry about that later. I just wanted to make sure she's okay, because when it gets a bit bumpy, if she wants to move around, it's really difficult. She could really, really hurt herself if it throws her around. I mean, I've been thrown around and like smashed myself up. Like I've had massive bruises and cuts and all sorts. So I couldn't imagine what it would do to somebody of her size. So my whole aim is to focus on keeping her safe while we're like this. But anyway, our name of the game today is to get up to a place called Cape Don, which is a sort of very tip of Australian waters-ish. So stay there overnight tomorrow because we'll get in like maybe Thursday morning. Hopefully not in the dark, but whatever. And then we'll stay there tomorrow, and then we'll leave first thing Friday morning for Indo. So yeah, kind of exciting. I think the passage across to Indo will be nicer than what it was to just get out of Darwin. So anyway, a couple of options to anchor tonight if we want to, but yeah, we'll probably try to push through to that Cape Don area and then have a good rest for the best part of 24 hours and yeah, head overseas. We've got some really exciting things that we're doing over there too when we get there. A very lovely friend of ours has been keeping us in the loop with some stuff and has kind of given us some information and things on some really cool things to do. And when I mean cool things, it's not, you know, places to see or, you know, that sort of stuff. It's just, yeah, it'll be really cool. So we'll film a fair bit of that if they'll let us when we get there. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Oh, so here we are. Got the kids in here with me. Hudson there. Sorry about the knee. Boo Boo's lying down over there in his new cool life jacket. I don't know, it's about 6 o'clock, I think. So the sun will start to set. You can see the colour of behind me is getting a bit lighter. Just made Craig some dinner. Well, when I say made, I just gave him heated up leftover pizza. But he seemed to think that was fabulous. So anyway, that's easy for me. Had a bit of an eventful start. I was mentioning earlier it was pretty lumpy and bumpy. The bridle had unhooked itself, as in we usually pull it through the anchor thing, hook it onto the net. Unhooked itself, went back down through the hole where the anchor goes out. Got caught on our prodder strings, tried to pull the prodder off. Yeah, there's never a dull moment. Thankfully no damage was done. Craig was onto it and was out there trying to pull it back in and then reattach the prodder and all that stuff. But just shows you, I mean, you think you're prepared and then random stuff like that happens. But it was really, really, really bumpy to start with. I mean, the fridges and freezers were moved everywhere. Everything was falling off the shelves again. But that's all right. We just hung out in here and yeah, we're going to go downstairs and have a party tonight. So if Elon drops out, which he shouldn't because we're still effectively near mainland, I've managed to download some stuff onto her iPad so that she's got things to watch and like some kids movies and whatever. So yeah, she's pretty excited. We're going to have a balloon party. So stay tuned, I'll show you that. She is really into balloons at the moment, so we bought like a pack of 100 of them. And she wants to have a party with Teddy and Bunny and Boo Boo and myself and her. And we all have to have a balloon and we're going to watch one of her favourite shows and have what she calls a party. So anyway, that'll be pretty cute. That should kill a little bit of time before bed, hopefully. Craig will be on all night, all until we get into the anchorage. I do offer, but he says it's probably just as easy for me to stay down there because he will probably not sleep anyway. So, and if Hudson wakes up, then she's going to want me, and then he'll wake up anyway. So, yeah. So this is just how we're doing it. It's only tonight, and then there's only one more really, and that's to get into Indonesia, and then really around Indo, it's not too big a stints everywhere. So, yeah, we're really excited. I feel a bit exhausted. It's like bittersweet though, you know, like I'm super pumped to be going because it's going to be great and exploring. We've talked about it for so long and, you know, so many amazing things to see. But then I get sad to think about leaving family and friends and, you know, my parents are getting older and what if something happens to them and I haven't seen them, you know, all these awful things just go through my head and then I start feeling guilty about making these choices with my life. But yeah, that's just who I am. I always feel bad about other people's wants and needs. Yeah, instead of just going, you know what, this is my life and I'm going to do the things I want and enjoy them, and which I will. But yeah, those sorts of things make me sad anyway. But hopefully maybe they'll come and visit us, or, you know, we'll fly back and visit them as often as we can, because this is an indefinite plan for us. We don't have any sort of set plans to go back to Australia anytime soon. I'm a dual citizen. I can reside in America, so, you know, there's always that option. You know, it's limitless really what we can do and where we want to go, but yeah, who knows, only time will tell. But all I can tell you is we will be sailing for a very, very long time. We've attempted this twice today, but working with children and animals is apparently not a good thing. So Hudson's asleep now.
They never do as they're supposed to.
Boo Boo, on the other hand, has been a terrorist. We're sitting out the back, so it's the only place in the shade, and he's just decided to jump in the dinghy.
He's an idiot.
I mean, honestly.
Which is actually good because it's a good. Now that I've got it in my head, I think he should live there.
Oh.
That's his kennel.
He'll like it because you usually put the rubbish in there, so he'll probably quite enjoy being in there.
You can foss it through the rubbish.
Oh, well, we're at Cape Don now, aren't we? So we finally made it. We were...
Yep.
Had a bit of a mess to go through yesterday.
Motor.
It was just rough and yucky. We had currents going one way, winds going the other, swell. Yeah, nothing was doing what it was supposed to do or was predicted to do. So it was just a really yucky journey.
Yeah, and it's deceivingly long distance too. It's taken us 20 hours to get here. It's about 92 nautical miles.
Every time we talk about it, I get blown away because I go, it doesn't look that far.
And we're coming in yesterday, and it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, no, we'll get here, we'll anchor, because today, look at the wind. I thought, oh, perfect, 16 knots right on our side. It'll just be a really good leisurely sail. So of course we get up, get out there, wind on the nose.
Didn't matter what way he turned. Just
Forecast
kept following
for
our nose.
Southeast, and it was coming from the northeast.
Anyway, it was calm, so it was like nice. There was no swell. It was beautiful and calm, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
But we got in here,
it was calm, so at least we didn't get smashed.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So that was good. But looking at the weather tomorrow, when we head off to Esumlaki from here, well, we're picking up the southeast trade wind, so that's pretty consistent. And I think you know, we look at weather models 4 or 5. They tend to be global, so you know, when you're getting into little places like this in the global scheme of things, you know, I just figure their models just have basically what's going on with the weather out at sea. But anyway, we will be out at sea.
We will tomorrow, so we'll be exiting here in the morning at like 6 o'clock, whenever the sun comes up.
And then it's about 30 hours, so it should get us in there about lunchtime on Saturday to Sumlaki.
It's like one overnighter. It's like, it's nothing really when you think about it, that considering we're going all the way to another country on a boat. So
yeah, it's only what we did actually yesterday.
Yeah, well, if we seem a little flat, it's because we've had it.
Yeah, I've only had I probably had 3 hours sleep, and you probably, with Hudson, you probably haven't had any. But I was up wrestling the boat. You were just wrestling Hudson.
Yeah, I'll take wrestling the boat. Yeah,
that's harder than wrestling.
She stayed up till like 10 o'clock-ish last night.
I don't think Boo Boo even slept.
No, he didn't sleep because he's on edge. It's so noisy down there, so he wasn't.
We were getting smashed last night. So
Hudson sleeps fine. It's just she didn't want to go to sleep last night. So she didn't sleep till like 10 o'clock, and then it was just so noisy I couldn't sleep, obviously. And then by the time we got nice and calm this morning, when you pulled into that anchorage, I couldn't fall asleep. I was just sitting there staring at the ceiling. So I maybe got an hour or so. But
yeah, I didn't think I would, but because it's funny, I anchored and then sort of came down and fart-assed about, and then I thought, I don't feel tired. But then when I actually hit
I heard you snoring, so I was almost instantly. I was like, oh my God, lucky you.
Itchy nose.
But so
I have to edit that out.
Oh,
scratch my nose.
Oh, whatever.
Can't take me anywhere.
No, God.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
So what are we talking about? Yes, we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
So one night's sleep, we'll have a good night's sleep tonight. Hopefully. Hudson's having a bit of a nap now, which
it's late,
good.
Too late for her. She'll be up till, it'll be fine for you. You'll just fall asleep. I'll be up with her until,
Look at licking
10.
He's got his eyes closed licking
Oh, he loves his mum.
Yeah, he does.
He loves his mum. This face.
It's nice little bird,
Look at that face, honestly. So Boo Boo's going to be an international world travel dog now. He won't be going to shore anywhere, but he will be floating around in the water. We've bought a big hammock pool thing we talked about, so he can go in that. It's meant to be dog proof, so that'll be his adventure. He doesn't need to anyway. He doesn't need that much exercise, so and it's just going to be hot. He doesn't fare well in the heat in regards to exercising, moving around, so we got him sorted. But bottom line is this is literally our last night in Australia for and I don't know, we don't even know. There's an undisclosed amount of time.
Unended.
Yeah, we don't know. So it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
But we're tired, so probably feels more bitter than sweet at the moment.
Oh, it sort of doesn't feel anything.
No, I know. It doesn't even feel real. We've been talking about it for so long, to be brutally honest. But, what we'll try to do is have a good sleep, get up early, get moving. We've sort of done all the prep anyway. It's not a lot to do.
I know, look, we bagged the crap out of the weather models because they're always wrong. I don't think. Is
Yeah.
then right?
Not that I've encountered, but I don't know. I'm not even interested in watching. When we get to Indo, I've said we're literally sitting at an island, and then we're waking up. I'm going to go outside. Oh, it's a little windy coming from that direction. That'll get us to this island. Let's go. I'm not even looking. I'm not opening a wind app anymore. I'm done.
Book it up. Yeah,
if I can sit at a night, if I've got to sit there for 2 weeks somewhere, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah, no, I'm not trusting them anymore. I don't care. But let's just get across to there, and we check in at Sumlaki with our wonderful agent, and then then we're off to explore. So.
Oh, you're stuck in the dinghy, boo boo.
No.
Oh, you're stuck in the dinghy, mate. You'll be sleeping there tonight, boo boo.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you doing?
Nothing. Anyway, we will say goodbye from our last night in Australia.
See you guys.
Cheers. I don't really drink, but
cheers, and we'll see you in
cheersing to
Indonesia, or as we locals call it, Indo.
Indo, yeah. Cheers. Cheers to that. We'll I think we'll probably see you in the morning before we're leaving. But anyway, we'll it's our last night here. So
see you guys.
Bye. Okay. D-Day, Friday, Arafura Sea for us, going to Sumlaki. Should take about 30 hours. We're just trying to get everything organised, tidying up, making sure there's nothing that can kind of fall over up here. We tend to try to prepare for the worst, because usually when we don't, the worst happens. So Hudson's got all this stuff out here for the next 30 hours. So we've got different changes of clothes, a million nappies, whatnot. We've sort of prepared a bunch of food and snacks for everybody. Hudson's iPad's all charged in case we need her to be occupied. Got all our camera stuff in here, so hopefully we can film some good stuff. Been a very calm night, like the boat is hardly even moving, and if you look out the back there, that's basically where we're going straight out. We've sort of opened to the Arafura Sea from here, and it's calm as, so that's a really nice indication of what's to come. Hopefully there's some wind though, we don't really want to be motoring the whole way. Got our dry bag with all of our important documents. Some people put a lot of stuff in there. We've literally just got important stuff like passports, wallets, any kind of paperwork, birth certificates, all that sort of stuff. Everything else we figure, who cares, we can replace it. We just didn't want a really big heavy bag with heaps of stuff, because our life raft has got everything we'll need in that anyway. Boo Boo's all ready to rock and roll. He's having his breakfast, got his life jacket on. Dinghy's got its extra straps on, all the bits and pieces, so fingers crossed it's nice and calm. Hudson's still sleeping, which we're hoping she'll just keep sleeping till we're literally almost about to go, but this is our space. I'm really hoping for some sort of calm seas. Most people have had that on their way over, so hopefully we experience the same. Got our new fishing rod here for trolling and a whole bunch of other stuff, so got hand lines, so we're gonna, if it's calm, we're going to actually attempt to do that for the first time. Hudson's super keen. She climbs up here and she's grabbing it and then pointing outside with it, going like, let's go fishing. So yeah, she's pretty keen for us to catch some fish. So hopefully as she gets bigger, that'll be her job. We're not that excited about the end result of it. We don't mind when it's catching the fish. It's just what you got to do with it afterwards. So anyway, it is Friday morning at about 6:30. So we will be heading off. We should arrive just after lunch in Sumlaki. So yeah, stay tuned guys. And just like that, we are out of here. Wow, we were actually able to put the sail up on anchor, which we haven't really had the fortunate pleasure of doing very often. Look how calm it is, my goodness. I don't mind if it's calm, because usually if it's this calm there will be a little bit of wind out there, and to be honest I don't care if we're just flopping along as long as we're just not getting thrown around like a cork. Hudson's been woken up, poor darling, having her apple, and oh, look at the hair. Sweaty Betty, Boo Boo's ready. Life jackets, everything's up here, all ready to go. How you feeling, Captain?
Good, beautiful morning.
It is, isn't it?
So we'll just do what we do.
Yeah, exciting.
I was going to say do what we do best, but I think we just do what we do.
Yeah, let's not create any sort of expectations there.
Yes.
But nice morning for it at least. Main's up already, and we'll probably, what are we doing, code zero you think, or the headsail?
I think the wind's supposed to be 16 degrees, so
16 knots.
Yeah, 16 knots, 16 degrees. Oh shit, I hope not. 100 degrees, hopefully. Yeah, well, we've got both rigged up, so
Okay.
I'm suspecting code 0 main, but the main up, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Bye sunrises in Australia.
Okay, we've just gone outside the land mass, I suppose, of Australia. So we're picking up the trade winds now. So we've got about 10 knots of wind, about 80, 90 degrees, and we're doing around about 7 knots. So happy days. If we lock this in for the next 30 hours,
God, if it's like this, it'll be brilliant.
we'll be very happy, chap.
Yeah, I know, engine's off already. That is so cool. It's been a while since we've actually sailed comfortably. Like every time we put the sails up, it's just been horrible sea states. And this is, I don't mind the big long rolls, but yeah.
Well, you expect that when there's wind in the open sea.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
Just trying to keep Hudson contented, so Jess can stay up here a bit longer.
Yeah. I mean, look, if she's not going to go downstairs, whatever, but the longer, it's just pleasant being up here, and enjoying. You go downstairs and you just don't get the same vibe, but whatever needs to be done to keep her happy, I don't care, but yeah.
At this stage of the game, 18-month-old, she wants everything, but she doesn't know why she wants it.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's pretty good. And Jess speaks bug talk, so
whatever words she can't say,
I don't.
I tend to know.
Up to 8 knots now. Wind's 12 knots, and we're doing 8. Oh, well, that's even better. We'll be in there tonight.
Oh, stop. Well, it's 30 hours, and we based it on 6
knots.
That's on 6 knots. So anything above that will get us in sooner, and we've timed it so that would be lunchtime-ish, just after lunchtime tomorrow. So I mean, we could afford to go faster in the hope that we've got quite a few hours of sunlight, I suppose.
Yeah.
We don't really want to get in there in dark.
No, but it tends to average out because at night time the winds might drop,
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, on a passage like this, if we can average, it'd be good to put a few K's in our back pocket.
It would be nice.
A few miles, like nautical miles, I should say, by sort of doing a bit higher than average to start, but it just all seems to even out.
End of the day, I wouldn't mind just going fast the whole way there, and then we can quite easily slow ourselves down as we get closer to a wait, sunrise or whatever. I'm not opposed to any of that, but anyway, we'll see.
It's
so far.
In the lap of the gods.
It is.
Weather gods.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. Oh, so we're underway. Had a little hiccup at the beginning. Had our beautiful Code Zero. Well, she's an old, beautiful sail, and when I say old, she's almost paper thin. So we've been kind of clutching at straws with her, keeping her alive. We had her up as we left this morning. Had the main up. The winds were not too bad. Probably around 14 knots apparent. So we thought I'll probably bring the Code Zero in. Anyway, I was out the front trying to furl her in, and she decided to rip some more. A bit sad. We're going to need a new Code Zero. It's like my favourite sail. Anyway, so we finally got it furled in and then got her down on the deck. It's a sad sight. I won't bother showing you now. I'll show you when we actually get to Indo. But anyway, I don't think there's any salvaging her this time. We managed to salvage her from our crossing into Darwin across the Gulf there, where we tore her before. But I think we're done now. Poor thing. So it'll be a new Code Zero time, I think. We do have a couple other sails in our sail wardrobe to get us through, but I still love Code Zero. So the sea's pretty good for us at the moment. Big slow rolls, about 1.5 meters or something apparently. It is on our side, but because it's not short and sharp, it doesn't really matter. It's you sort of just roll over it nicely, and we're sort of scooting along at like 8 knots, so that's always good. That'll get us in a bit quicker than expected. It's always nice when that happens. We usually predict based on 6 knots, and then it's a bit disappointing when we don't even reach that. So couple knots extra will be okay. We'll just push along like this as long as we can, and then, you know, overnight reef the main a bit, and, you know, who knows if it'll get quieter or more hectic. You just never know. So we're off Starlink now, and we'd have to switch to priority data if we need it, but we'll only do that if there's, you know, an emergency, or if we really need to check on some sort of weather system or whatever. But I highly doubt we're going to need to do that, as this is not a very long passage. So yeah, we might be in Indo sooner than we expected, but Hudson's downstairs, had a big sleep, we've had a sleep, so yeah, everyone's in a pretty good spirit so far.
Absolute disaster. What's the main? Looks like the main halyard broke. It's only just been replaced. It came down, wiped out the lazy jacks, broke the lazy jacks. Burst out the other side. Just trying to get it up, trying to get it tied off, just trying to get it ready. Oh, wow, absolute disaster. Midnight. We were travelling really well, averaging about 8.5 knots, full main, full Genoa. We decided we would be conservative for the night and put a reef in the main. Had a bit of trouble with the reef, getting the back of the sail down. Tried that about 2 or 3 times, and just basically decided we'd put the main back up, which we did, and then about 50 minutes later, the main came crashing down, wiped out the lazy jack that holds the sail bag up, so the sail went out the side of the boat. So I struggled for about an hour trying to tie the sail up to the boom. This looks like something that's the main halyard, where it attaches to the top of the mast, or the halyard rope. That I always check the halyard to make sure that there's no chafing, and I've replaced all the halyards not that long ago, so I don't think it's that. It's probably where it attaches to the top of the mast. I can't see anything until morning. Lazy jacks we can fix, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get that halyard up through the mast, and I know how to do that, so hopefully there'll be a rig around Indonesia somewhere. So that's really smashed our time to pieces, so we're averaging probably about 4 knots now. With that, you know, we're just on a Genoa, 14 knots of wind, so we did the right thing. Wind was predicted to go up to sort of 20 knots, so we're always conservative at night because of you know, Jess and Hudson, and I've got no help, and yeah, then we basically completely blew it up, but yeah, so anyway, managed to get through it. just came up for a little while. Hudson was asleep, and she obviously doesn't like doing that because Hudson's in our bed and it's quite a drop to the floor, but she sleeps soundly. But she came up in the height of the drama and disaster, and will help me put the first lashing around the sail to get it up onto the mast, onto the boom. Sorry, I'm exhausted. And then I managed to pull the sail up onto the boom and lash it down, so it's tight now. You'll probably we can just see it up there, but it's tight. Pretty tight around the boom now, so it's secure. There's the lasers, etc. just through the hatch. So yeah, all best made plans. It really was a bit of a nightmare there for a moment. Anyway, we're into Indonesian waters now, so got buzzed by the water force. Yeah, we'll have to keep our eye out for fishing pads, fishing attraction devices, as they call them. So they're just basically structures that the fishermen build in the water, and they're made out of wood so they don't come on the radar. And they tie their boats up to them to fish from them. So I'm hoping we're 85 kilometres nautical miles out, so hopefully they're not this far out. I don't want to turn the engine on at this stage, so we'll just hang with this 4.5 knots until daylight, and then I'll put the engines on. Hopefully still get in there by Saturday daylight, Saturday night, evening I suppose. Anyway, just basically limping in here at the moment. Boat's secure, and hopefully we'll live to fight another day. Okay, see you everyone.
So as the sun rose on day 2 of our crossing, we were not focused on that as much as we were on assessing the damage that had happened the night before. It was a pretty hectic event. It would be hectic at any time of the day, but it always seems to happen at night time. I'd just gotten Hudson to sleep. We had already had an issue with the lazy jacks snapping, so we were spending a fair bit of time focusing on how we were actually going to bring the main down when and if we needed to do that, given it was coming into night, and we are very conscious of travelling at night time and having that mainsail all the way up. Thankfully for us, though, I guess, if you want to look at it that way, we didn't actually have to bring it down. The main halyard snapped and it came crashing down to the deck. So I came out to help Craig briefly, but kudos to him. He was out there for an hour or so trying to keep that mainsail from flying into the ocean.
It's at 9 o'clock, 9:15. Struggling along here, trying to get boat speed, 4.5 knots on average. Big swell on the side. And at this stage we're about 6-7 hours away. She'll get us in about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Just trying to wait till the sea, hopefully the sea state calms down so we can pop an engine on, because I want to get in it by day.
Land ahoy! We made it! What a relief after quite a harrowing evening. We have finally crossed into Indonesian waters and we can see the lovely island Yamdena. We will be checking into Sumlaki, which is the main town there. We've managed to secure a wonderful agent via a friend of ours who recommended him, so hopefully he's going to help us with the process. So far he's been amazing with relation to all the communication. But boy, are we really looking forward to putting that anchor down and cracking a nice cold beer and relaxing. That is actually our first fad we've seen, so thankfully we did not encounter any fads throughout the evening until we came into Sumlaki. But there we are, anchors going down and we are ready to relax. What a epic adventure we've had so far. Let's just hope the rest of our time in Indonesia is much more relaxed than this.
Thank you for watching, and please support us by clicking the subscribe button below.